Welcome back to the Bright-Landry Hockey Center in Cambridge. Number 17, Harvard 2, number 20, Union 1, through 20 minutes of action. Tim Culverhouse, Kevin Craig with you once again here on this Friday night. And Kevin, so far the power play has been the story for Harvard. We hit on it in the open, and it's played out just like we thought it would.
Yeah, this top 20 billing is really living up to the matchup, and Harvard has taken advantage of the opportunities they've been given by Union, a team that really doesn't give up too many penalties too often, but Harvard taking advantage of those two chances they've got, scored twice, and they lead it 2-1. Excuse me.
Crimson 2 for 2 on the man advantage. We'll take a look at the first period highlights. Michael Lackey turning away 8 Union shots, and on the other side, Darian Hansen with 12 saves through the first 20 minutes. And on that power play, Crimson, great puck movement. The first goal of the game from Adam Fox, career point number 96. And the Crimson had a great chance here on the shorthanded bid from Jack Drury, but that's Hansen's best save of the night that kept that one at the time 1-0, and then answered right away by Anthony Rinaldi.
Yeah, Rinaldi with that big goal wrapping around behind Lackey, getting it past the stick of Bedini. But then Bedini would get revenge right there as he was falling over, gets a perfect centering pass, had his stick in the perfect position to get that one into the back of the net.
Block shots also big for Harvard on the Union power play. Adam Fox had 2 of those blocks, got banged up a little bit, but he's the main reason right now why the Crimson are holding on to that 1-goal lead.
And this number 1 in the nation power play, the reason Harvard is leading, and also Harvard a team top nationally in faceoffs won, losing to Union right now, but just 9-8. We see Union win another one here to get the second period underway.
Team switch sides. It's Union now going right to left. Early backhand. That's stick to side by Lackey. That was off the stick of Ryan Walker. Top line out there for Union in the first shift. 5 apiece to open this second period. Krusko pinches in, can't get a piece of it. Meyer shouldered off, but he's able to hold on to it for the moment. Liam Morgan centering pass towards Meyer. His stick is lifted, shot back from the point. Blocker saved by Lackey. Another opportunity. Meyer turns with it, poked off his stick, but he has it right back. To the blue line, Greg Campbell to his defensive partner, Ryan Sidorsky. Richter wide.
We saw Union come out firing to begin the game back in the first period, and they're doing the same exact thing here to start the second period, dominating the first 48 seconds of the second.
That's a very difficult, defensive, tiring 48-second shift for this Harvard line that's been out there since the opening puck drop. That's the third line of Kerfoot, Bedini, and Krusko. They stay out there and cannot change on the icing. Union gets fresh legs out there, and a big face-off win gets to Riley Walsh. Walsh is able to clear it as far as center ice. Estes starts up the quick breakout, and it'll be backhanded in by Sebastian Vidmar. Little miscommunication opportunity. Lackey, big save. And Union nearly tied it up after the misplay behind the net from Lackey, but he saved his own bacon.
Yeah, Lackey just completely unaware.
Estes' shot there wide. Go ahead, Kevin.
That Rinaldi was behind the net waiting for that pass. Lackey went to play it behind him, but Rinaldi took it and was almost able to wrap it around and in to tie this game.
Estes has that one jump off his stick. Errant pass finds Dornbach, and they'll say offsides as DeVoe hopped on there on the far side blue line to negate a 2-on-1.
Yeah, very tight call there. If it isn't called, then Harvard is in. We'll get a look at it here. And DeVoe did come onto the ice from inside the blue line, so good call there by the refs. For DeVoe, that's just maybe a lack of awareness for where he was on the bench.
DeVoe has the puck now, gets it back to Adam Fox. He's under pressure. Cross ice backhand connects. 2-on-1 now for the top line. It's Dornbach still with it. Backhand behind the net. Hansen got a piece of it. DeVoe has it go off the back of the net, and Union starts out. Cross ice, that's off the stick of Parker Fu. Union dumps it in. Crimson start the breakout. DeVoe on the far side wing. Gets a piece of it, but only as far as the blue line as Campbell tips it. Now 2-on-1 coming for Union. Cross ice pass. Good save by Lackey as Harrison sent that one over near side, and good read from Lackey to come out and play aggressively.
Yeah, great job there by Lackey, but also good defense from Rathbone, trying to prevent that pass. Adams with the shot. Lackey did a good job of making himself big, covering up that near post, and not allowing the shot to get by him. And I think if you're Union, the mindset has to be positive here. When it's 5-on-5, you're dominating in possession, you're creating a lot of chances. if you stay out of the box, I think you've got to like the way things are going in this matchup.
Back to the point. Sidorsky punches it back in, now behind Lackey's cage. Harvard on the back foot here in the first 2.5 minutes. Body check on the near wing, but Dutchmen keep possession for the moment. Bowlby just has to fire it off the boards and out of the defensive zone. Zerder Gossage on the forecheck, gets it back, stick handles pass one, make it two, shot blocked. And that was Campbell getting a piece of that. Sidorsky up off the boards, gets to Harrison. Harrison's able to spring out Brendan Taylor. Taylor patient with it, centering pass, gets it right back and fires one just wide blocker's side.
Union continuing the early pressure on Lackey and the Harvard defense. Harvard is trying to make a change here and get some possession of their own in the second period.
Coleus drops it off to Ryan. Ryan stick handles, gets it over the red line and dumps it in, sends Rathbone back defensively for Harvard. He's pressured by Walker. Able to get a clean pass, but then it's deflected on the intended recipient, Gregoire. Harvard upended behind the net, back to the point. Michael Ryan, cross ice pass, wrister block, doesn't get all the way through. Handled down, Cole Meyer has it on his stick. Coleus shot high, never gets through to Lackey. And good pressure here from the Dutchman. Morgan thought about a centering pass, still loose, gets towards Lackey, sticks it away calmly, and Harvard just has to dump it out. Donato on the forecheck, gets enough of Ryan, causes a turnover, waiting for it. Floodstrand trying to find that pass, goes back to the point, gets under the stick of Riley Walsh and sends it down the river.
Great effort there from Donato, though, getting back and winning that puck, creating albeit a small chance for Harvard, but just good effort from him, getting back in an area in which he really didn't have to. He could have gone off for a change.
Walsh to Bedini, and Krusko will dump it in for the Crimson. Hansen behind the net, rattles it around the boards all the way to the point for Fox, gets past one, now he's in the slot, shot, glove saved by Hansen. Adam Fox made something out of nothing, and Hansen was there to answer the call.
Yeah, Adam Fox, so shifty, just working his way through the Union defense. He's really, as you'll see here, gets by one defender and just walks his way right into the middle of the ice. Has a good look at a shot, but Hansen was ready with the glove. High glove side. So another save for him. That's 13 on the night.
Got past Sebastian Vidmar. The 6'3" senior from Malmo, Sweden, sitting on 99 career points in his career with Union. Off the faceoff, Brandon Estes has it for the Dutchman. He gets to the red line, actually hits his teammate. That was Jack Adams, the Detroit Red Wings product. But it works out. Cross ice from Estes. Lucas Bro over there. Parker Fu put on the shoulder, and Marshall Rafai will settle things down. He goes behind the net to Krusko. Krusko under pressure, does get a piece of it. Gets to Bedini. Now Kerfoot. Poke checked away by Estes. Kerfoot still dumps it in. He has Campbell now for Union with Bedini applying the pressure. He'll peel off. Crimson get a full sail change.
Yeah, Rafai and Olsen, the third defensive pairing for Harvard tonight. Haven't gotten too much ice time tonight, but when they do, they've done a good job of keeping Union at bay, not allowing them to create a lot of offensive chances.
Sapinski has it poked off his stick. That springs an opportunity for Casey Dornbach. He's ridden away just enough centering pass. And Johnny on the spot, Vascolius clears it out of harm's way.
Yeah, great work there from Coleus to stop that centering pass. Murphy was ready for it right in front of the net with an open net.
Estes to Sapinski. Union tries the breakout once again. Good one touch. That opens up some space for Anthony Rinaldi, the goal scorer. Backhand move goes through. Big save by Lackey. Rinaldi has it now. He centers it off the deflection. Just misses wide. Opportunity for Coleus from that point position. Coleus with it. Bumped at the point by Dornbach. He gets it in only as far as Fox. Fox tries to stick handle, but it's tied up in the skates of Union. On the near side boards, and a little bit of room for Harvard to get it to the red line, and they dump it in.
Rinaldi for Union has done a great job of creating offensive opportunities just on his own, taking things without the help of his teammates right to the front of the net. He's had a couple of really good chances here in the second period.
Taylor dumps it in. Walsh retreats, and now he plays catch with his defensive partner, John Marino. Big hit. Crimson get it in. Baker's Shore, and Hansen comes out and gets a quick whack there from Shore. but nothing will come out of that. 13:27 left to go in the second period. Harvard 2, Union 1. You're watching the Ivy League on ESPN.
Back out to Pepper. Sent through the middle, Jovanovic, pass, score! Oh, Val Turgeon, what a beauty! There's all kinds of room here for Riley Walsh, he scores! A power play goal, back to a 2-goal lead for Harvard.
Jovanovic, shot, score! Off the bottom of the crossbar!
Bowlby rushing on, Bowlby, the backhand winner! Harvard in overtime!
All-time meeting number 57 between the Harvard Crimson and the Union Dutchmen. The teams split the season series in 2017-18, both winning at home. The last matchup up in Schenectady went 3-1 in favor of the Dutchmen, as both teams at that time, as they are once again, Kevin Craig, fighting for ECAC playoff position.
Yeah, and the last time they played last year was a year ago tomorrow. So 364 days since these two teams. I guess it was a leap year last. No, it wasn't a leap year last year. I don't know what I'm talking
2016. Nope, no worries, not a problem. Back to the action here as Harvard will make the trip up to Schenectady in a couple of weeks, as Union will play host to some more ECAC foes in the coming weeks. Battle in the up the half wall, and a quick shot misses wide to Lackey's glove side. Zerder Gossage chokes up on the stick, gets it as far as the blue line. Big tip save by Lackey on the glove.
Tough save there by Lackey. That one was bouncing around. Did a good job to get the glove in front of it right at the last moment.
Bowlby dumps it in. Lays a good shoulder onto Campbell. Estes just has to flip it out carefully. Jack Rathbone there slides over to Adam Fox. Fox goes cross ice to Jack Donato. Cut back move, cross ice pass. Gregoire tries to center. Parker Fu there defensively, but he turns it over. Donato back to Rathbone, shot. And another save by Hansen. He swallows it up, no rebound this time.
Some incredible passing here from this Harvard third line, or fourth line, excuse me, between Gregoire, Donato, and Floodstrand. Great chance in front for Floodstrand, was just unable to find a teammate, and then in the end, Hansen makes a save. Gregoire tried to get to it, but no rebound this time from Hansen.
Pro on the faceoff gets enough of it past Gregoire, but Floodstrand's speed wins the puck back. To the point, Riffai's shot well wide on the glove side. Floodstrand chases down the loose vulcanized piece of rubber. Gregoire circles as Brial on him. Shouldered down, Ryan without a stick. Floodstrand attacks, gets past one, then Adams tips it out just enough. That will allow Union to get a change in every player with a stick.
Yeah, that loose stick still behind the net of Hansen.
Puck will be shot out and out of play on the Harvard dump, and we'll see a face-off in neutral ice as a couple of young fans fight for a loose puck, and we have a happy little girl just in front of us here at the broadcast booth. You mentioned that fourth line for Harvard here, Kevin, that not necessarily the one you're expecting the big scoring plays out of, but they put together some solid passes and an opportunity in the slot to extend the lead to 2.
Yeah, and especially having the captain Floodstrand, excuse me, on that line with Gregoire, another veteran on this team who's a quiet leader. You're going to get chances often, even if you don't always find the back of the net.
Rinaldi has it jump over his stick. Estes pinches up, he gets bumped off the puck. Adam Fox on sides, drop pass nearly connected with Krusko, but now he chases down the loose puck in the near side corner. Back to the point, Kerfoot to Fox, he has some space. Supinski does a bite on the first fake, then turns around, good stick lift from Supinski. He's able to tie it up in his stick, and that gives some space, just enough for Taylor Brierly. Clear it up high, stays in play. And now an opportunity for Harvard. Kerfoot brought down by Supinski. Brierly takes some space. Long outlet pass just goes under the stick of Sebastian Vidmar, and an icing against the Dutchman.
Yeah, that deflection off the glass from Union actually almost caught one of the banners hanging in the rafters here at Bright-Landry Hockey Center. As we see the teams reset to the left of Darian Hansen on the Union third of the ice. Jack Drury, one of the top face-off men in the nation, getting ready to take this one.
Drury against Brett Supinski, Collegeville, Pennsylvania product. They tie up. DeVoe kicks it back to the point. Gets Marino. He's patient with it. Shot. And another good save by Hansen through the screen. Dornbach in the way, but Hansen read it cleanly.
Yeah, you said it all. Great work there by Hansen to ignore the distraction of Dornbach. We'll get a great look here from the view of Hansen. The shot comes in. And great job there, too, by Sidorsky to get Dornbach out of the way and give Hansen a clean line of sight at that shot.
Drury wins another face-off one-timer. That's blocked by Kosak. He'll field that one. Rister out front, gets its way to the crease. DeVoe there wreaking havoc. To the point, Harvard dumps it back in with John Marino. DeVoe back to Marino. He goes to his defensive partner, Riley Walsh. Walsh wrist shot up off the top of the glass, well high.
Yeah, that was a scary moment. Kosak went down and the shot from Walsh was up high.
Big hit from DeVoe that time on Kosak. Those two quickly skate away from each other off the deflection on the offsides for Union. Good look at John Marino, the junior from nearby Northeastern Massachusetts. Playing some big minutes tonight, as he normally does, for head coach Ted Donato. 36 career points in 89 games.
Yeah, Marino drafted by the Edmonton Oilers, 154th overall back in 2015. Assisted Henry Bolby's goal in the Beanpot back on Monday.
Good save from Lackey that time on the shot from the right circle. And he'll hold it for the whistle at the even 10-minute mark, the halfway point of regulation here between Harvard and Union.
And this top 20 matchup still living up to the billing here. No goals yet in the second period, but plenty of chances for both sides.
Face off, one shot, score! Union's able to recover off the draw, and the Dutchmen tie it at 2.
Yeah, just a quick shot off the face-off win. We mentioned earlier, Union's been winning the majority of face-offs today. And that's a big win as it comes to Ryan Walker, who gets it and rips it. Bar down and in for Union. And they have tied this one up at 2.
And it's the work in the face-off circle by Cole Meyer. And he was able to find Ryan Walker, and just like that, we're tied at 2 apiece on this Friday night in ECAC action. See how Harvard responds this time. Crimson both goals coming on the power play. And now 1 apiece for Union at 5-on-5 and 5-on-4. Floodstrand backhands it, gives an opportunity now for Harvard offensively on the dump and chase. Good hit from Donato. Coleus turns it over to Fox, circles through it, back to Gregoire, but a good stick that time from Vas Coleus to break that opportunity up.
Yeah, great work there.
Now potential 3-on-2 for the Dutchman. Quickly broken up. Jack Adams had it poked off his stick. Looked like him, Bro, and Fu had a chance for an odd-man rush. Couldn't do anything with it. Campbell thought about a pass, and then now gets it up. Back check by Bedini. Springs it up for Harvard. A little bit of space for Krusko, and it's poked off his stick. Good defensive play by Michael Ryan.
Union's done a great job of getting back on these odd-man rushes by Harvard. Drury had the one breakaway chance, but other than that, Union hasn't really given up too many opportunities.
Ryan takes some strides, able to shoot one in on Lackey. He steers it to the far side corner. Up high off the glass, back into neutral ice. And the Dutchman retreat. Taylor Brierly into center ice. Lackey has it all the way to him. He leaves it for his defenseman. Kerfoot, backhander through the legs, does not connect on the stick lift. He gets it right back. And Harvard will settle things down with Marino. Marino takes the space in front of him, working on Supinski, and Supinski has that one tip over the glass as Marino and Vidmar ask each other how their February semester is going. Harvard and Union tied at 2.
And Union has regained the lead in shots, now back up to 18-17.
I wasn't sure if we were going to take a break, but as the teams now make their way back to their respective benches, they will. 8:17 left to go in the second period. Harvard 2, Union 2. You're watching the Ivy League on ESPN. Harvard power play #1 in the nation coming into tonight at 32.4%. Stay out of the box if you're Union, or I guess not.
Yeah, Union, in games in which they have more penalty minutes than their opponents, they are undefeated at 6-0-1.
So far, 2 minors called against Union, both resulting in Harvard goals, and incidental or minors as well for some 4-on-4. So currently, Union winning in that battle 3-2. And the game tied at 2. DeVoe gets a piece of that, and he deflects it inside the Union zone. Sidorski rims it around the kick plate, gets as far as the wing to Ryan Walker. Walker springs Cole Meyer. Meyer over to his winger, and we'll have another penalty coming up on this one. And it looks like Harvard will go back to the box on a slashing call. And it looks like they will grab DeVoe for the infraction, as I think it happened, Kevin, right in neutral ice as Union was making their way.
Here's DeVoe as he was falling down. Sort of looked like he was falling down, lost his balance, and just ran into one of the Union players, and he gets called for a penalty. Not sure if that's worthy of the 2 minutes, but nevertheless, Union finds himself on a power play here looking to take the lead.
Dutchman back on the man advantage. They are 1 for 1 this evening. Off the face-off, it's won by the Crimson, but good forechecking from the Dutchman springs the puck loose. Brierly gets it back at the center of the zone. He has it once again, everything to the outside, shot deflected, does not get its way through to Lackey, backhanded up and out of the zone by Riley Walsh.
Yeah, Union's power play has been a struggle this year, converting on just 20% overall. And in conference play, that number drops to 16%. And that's, of course, coming into today.
Brandon Estes uses the space in front of him, gets Cole Meyer. Meyer has it jump over his stick. Gregoire on the shot. That'll be batted down and into the Union zone by Krusko. Hansen leaves it for Supinski. Now Estes circles behind his own net. Parker Fu with some space working down the near side. Centers it just out of reach of Liam Morgan. Over there on the far side, Adam Fox into the center of the zone, and it'll be cleared out. 45 seconds left to go on the Dutchman advantage.
And Harvard able to get a change here, get some fresh legs out on the ice for these final 40 seconds of the power play for Union.
Campbell goes cross ice, gets a big piece of Rinaldi, and he's shouldered down. Hard hit. And now Harvard with some space. Marino uses his speed, settles things down, has Campbell defending him. And Marino has it turned over. Now Fu. Union with 3-on-2 if they hurry. Not a lot of legs left at the end of this man advantage. Brial has it jump over his stick, and Harvard will clear once again, and that should do it for the Union power play.
Yeah, we saw John Marino there laying out the big hit just a few seconds ago. He was voted the ECAC best defensive defenseman last year. One of the top defensemen in the nation.
Fox has that one jump over his stick, but he recovers. Cross ice pass. And a shot gets a piece of Hansen on the glove. That was Murphy that time. Dornbach bodied by Harrison. Collier steps over. Ryan jumps over his stick. And now Harrison back in the near side corner. Pokes it free to Ryan. Ryan, outlet pass in the center of the zone. Jumps over Taylor's stick for an icing. .5:03 left to go in the second period. Harvard 2, Union 2. Tim Culverhouse and Kevin Craig with you on this Friday night from Cambridge.
I see the third line back out on the ice for Harvard with Jack Bedini getting ready to take this face off with Krusko to his left and Kerfoot to his right.
Big win by Brendan Taylor. Union could not change after that icing. And the Dutchman can settle things down. Pass centrally to Sean Harrison. He dumps it in. The Crimson make that the Dutchman, I should say, get a change behind the play. Jacob Olsen. Short pass to Kerfoot. Kerfoot goes the aerial route. Dumps it in with Bedini. Looking for Kerfoot. It's deflected by Collier. Back to the point. Olsen keeps it in, but only as far as Brierly. Good pass from Brierly. Springs the breakout. Collier jumping up. Jumps over his stick. And an opportunity now for Harvard as the teams trade opportunities. Krusko's shot nearly hit the short side corner on Hansen, but he slid over left just enough to grab a piece of it. 4:19 left to go in the second period. Harvard 2, Union 2. You're watching the Ivy League on ESPN.
Truly, I had no idea what I wanted to do after graduation, and events like these help you kind of figure it out. I didn't truly know what I wanted to do last year, so I was in their shoes. You know, I felt their pain. So just to kind of give them the view through my eyes of, hey, I'm in sales now. You know, this is kind of what sales in general, you know, entails. Is this something that you could see yourself doing? Is this something that you might want to pursue? Just to try to give them an extra viewpoint on it.
Union comes into today sitting under 500 in the ECAC at 6-7-1, but this team has had some big non-conference wins. They swept Northeastern in Boston earlier in the year, a team that was ranked number 12, and they also had a big blowout win against number 1 St. Cloud State back in January 4th. It's a 7-2 win.
St. Cloud State along with UMass Amherst kind of flip-flopping 1 and 2. Now an opportunity for the Dutchman. On the right wing, Rinaldi goes for the cross-ice pass, can't connect. Shot from the point, tipped, score! Think it may be Greg Campbell for the Dutchman, and Union regain the lead, or take their first lead of the game, 3-2.
And a big portion of the Union crowd here tonight on their feet cheering as they finally find their first lead of the night. We see it here, shot in front, takes a deflection somewhere, but that goal will be credited to Campbell.
May have gotten a piece of Zerder Gossage on the way by.
Yeah, it looked like it went off of a Harvard defender, gets by the blocker's side of Lackey. And now Union, as we've noticed all night long, they've been controlling the pace of play in 5-on-5. And now after a lengthy portion of 5-on-5 play, find themselves in front.
Donato as Harvard plays from behind for the first time tonight. Jack Rathbone to Adam Fox. Fox waits and goes for the quick wrist shot. Blocked down in front unknowingly by Brierly, but it works out in his advantage. Brierly stumbles a bit, does able to find Ryan Sidorski. And Union settles things down just enough as Walker backhands it out of the zone.
And typically the second period favors Harvard. Throughout the season, they've scored 28 goals and allowed just 15 in the second period. So that's a plus 13 margin, but Union today, plus 2 in the second period.
Floodstrand gives a couple of bumps to Brierly. Puck squirts loose for a second to Walsh. Floodstrand has it now, working along with his feet, and his stick slashed out of his hand. It will be a delayed call coming against the Dutchman. Cycle behind the net. Drury back to the point to Fox. He'll patiently wait now. Harvard 6-on-5. Central zone, Rathbone Fakes the shot, now back to Fox. A lot of traffic in front. Fox waits, he'll drop it off, find Floodstrand. Cross-ice pass, high shot. Saved by Rathbone on the glove.
Great effort there by Harvard, being patient with the extra man, even though the power play hadn't started yet. They're able to work it around to Rathbone, who had a good look at a shot. But Hansen was able to stop it up high. Here you see Rathbone let it fly up into the mask of Hansen. Lost the rebound for a second, but was able to get to it with no pressure around him.
Fox very astute, recognizing the delayed penalty was coming, and he waited for that sixth man to come in, so essentially an extra 5-10 seconds on the advantage for Harvard, and it will be a penalty called against Fletcher Feynman for Union. So back to the power play for the Crimson, 2 for 2 tonight. Can they make it a perfect 3 for 3? Riley Walsh to Adam Fox. Dornbach, Fox. Walsh has it in his skates, is able to recover just enough. Zerder Gossage down low, draws defenders. Walsh, Adam Fox as the Crimson work this umbrella formation. Back to the top, now Zerder Gossage, cross ice pass, waiting for that shooting lane.
Union doing a good job so far of closing up those shooting lanes.
Coming in nearby, shot, score, short side, it's Drury, and we're tied again, 3-3.
Well, you don't need a clear shooting lane when you can take a shot from right in front of the net, and that's what Jack Drury is able to do here. Gets the pass down low from Adam Fox. Drury just from about a foot out, able to sneak it in short side past the glove of Hansen. Hansen has to be aware that he's leaving a little bit of space there, but Drury able to take advantage of that opportunity, and once again Harvard capitalizes on the power play.
Goal number 7 of the season for the Carolina Hurricanes draft product, Jack Drury, ties this one up. Exactly 2 minutes left to go in the third period. It's that power play once again, Kevin, doing all the damage for Harvard. They had been 0 for their last 2 games and 0 for their last 7 power play opportunities, and now 3 for their last 3. Quick breakout pass to Krusko. It goes into the skates of Sidorsky. And Union trying to settle things down here in the final 90 seconds. Short pass does connect for the moment with Adams. Opens up some space for Fu. He backhands it towards the slot. And now a chance for 3-on-2 for Harvard. Backhands, does get a piece to Baker Shore. Opportunity for the cross ice pass. Bowlby with the last little bump, but Hansen's able to cover it with the glove.
Yeah, Bowlby was flying down the far side of the ice looking for this pass from Fox, but good defensive work there by Union to prevent the pass from getting across. That was Sidorsky, not allowing that pass to get to Bowlby. And keeping this one tied at 3.
Off the draw, Meyer and Shore tie up. Shore with a big bump in the near side corner on Coleus, but Union breaks out of the zone. Liam Morgan dumps it in. Marino past Walsh. Zerder Gossage in the final minute of this second period. Quick opportunity centered towards and off the stick of Morgan. Doesn't get in front of Lackey. Estes, wrist shot, just hits Lackey and he holds on, no rebound.
Looked like Lackey wasn't sure if he had that one or not for a second. Sort of hit him in the chest, and then he was looking around for a rebound. You'll see it here on the replay. The shot comes in.
That just hit him.
Yeah, he was in the perfect spot. Holds it up against his chest and forces the faceoff.
A lot of traffic out front that time from Union, trying to jump back ahead.
An important note, too, for Harvard, they have yet to win a game this year when trailing after 2 periods, so that late goal on the power play was huge for them, as they hope to keep this one tied heading into the second intermission. They are 0-3-1 when trailing after 2 periods.
High dump out pass does not connect with Floodstrand, and that'll be icing for the Crimson. And we'll see what head coach Rick Bennett does here for Union. Looks like he's going to bring the top defensive pairing out, but he's going to keep that same offensive line out there of Taylor, Harrison, and Kosak. Face-off won cleanly by Union, but only right to Nathan Krusko. Another high lob out of the zone. Frederick Gregoire has that jump over his stick. Campbell avoids the hit, able to get it as far as Supinski. Supinski has it jump over his stick, tipped out front, and another save by Lackey. That kind of developed out of nothing, Kevin. And a deflection, Lackey has to make another big save.
Yeah, that was a great centering pass in front. It looked like it was Vidmar there in the middle, getting ready for it. Puts it on in front of net, but Lackey does a good job of blocking it up, keeping it in front of him.
That puck had eyes. That just snuck through everybody. The Meyer and Drury on the faceoff. 14.9 on the center scoreboard clock. Meyer wins the faceoff, tipped out front, and an opportunity for Morgan, and it rolls off his stick in the slot. What a golden chance for Union to regain the lead before the intermission. Harvard's able to get it up off the boards and out, and that will do it. But a dangerous moment there, Kevin, for Union.
Yeah, very scary. Morgan in alone with the deflection coming right into his path, trying to find the back of the net, but this one stays tied at 3 at the end of 2.
We're back in a little bit for an exciting third period between Harvard and Union, the Ivy League on ESPN.